saw reiterated that. Howard, right off the bat, gets a bucket.
Perfect. Great call by Carl out of the time.
She had 4 threes in that game 1. Ryan has 2 games this year where she's hit 9 threes, which ties a WNBA record held with several other players. Now she gets the steal. Going coast to coast. She got mugged and will shoot free throws.
Going back to that earlier bucket from Ryan Howard. Also, how much better of a driver she is. We know she's a fantastic three-point shooter, but her driving ability,
as you mentioned, and I agree, an underrated defender. Gets 1 out of 2 after being fouled by Natasha Howard.
And with that said,
ladies, well, Ryan Howard told us before the season, she said, I have my eye on making one of those all-defensive teams. She said, for me, that is
why she's such a great passer, but that's why this defense is top number 2 in the WNBA, is their buy-in on that end of the floor.
Offensively, their numbers well up from last year. Odyssey Sims, boy, it's a turnover fest to start the second quarter for Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell on the bench to start the second quarter. Step
to score, be the primary ball handler in the offense. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's got to be exhausting. Hillman with the miss. Petty picks it up off the deck. Game.
I also want to note, Pam, that it was just a substitute.
Bree Jones called for that last foul. Atlanta still looking to come from behind. Boston goes right. Bree Jones.
Excellent spin away from the defense. Finish on that right at the cup for Leah Boston.
Leah Coffey with the ball in her hands, coming in off the bench for the Dream. Howard guarded by Hull, who has to be careful with 2 fouls.
At her, you better believe they're going to run some plays towards Lexi Hull.
Natasha Howard got Coffey up in the air and drew the foul. We have more WNBA action coming up right here on ESPN. Stay put.
We're continuing her dominance in that game 1 with 29 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals.
She didn't hit 30. That's disappointing, right?
I know, right?
Hitting the number 2 seed. They won as many games as the Dream, same record, but won the tiebreaker to get the 2 seed. Atlanta the 3 seed. Coffey driving on Howard. Atlanta scoring just 3 points in the first 3 minutes of this quarter. Howard trying to go inside. Boston was able to save it. And then got a decent shot off. Gray saw Jones out of the corner of her eye, and Hull stepped through.
3 hands.
Boston up, under, and in.
Aaliyah Boston said, you want to bring the physicality or bring it on?
Yeah, it's Boston, Howard, Hull, Mitchell. They have played for Boston, and there you see all those players in street clothes. At the right side of that Indiana bench as the injuries piled up. Clark, Cunningham from left to right. And Damiris Dantes not available tonight because she's in concussion protocol. She got hurt in practice. Good defensive sequence.
Yes. Yeah, that was not a good call.
Tough second foul to pick up for Boston.
Especially the way they've been battling.
I mean, Ryan Howard is holding thumb or wrist as she comes up the floor. Fever have already hit 3 from distance, and they've hit all 7 of their free throws, which is the difference in the game right now. Hull got a little bit closer to the basket and has it rim out. Just 1 for 4 tonight. Both teams around that 40% mark. They didn't hit that in game 1, and that's a good way to go for Natasha Howard.
Really good execution and trade. 0 for 5 for Atlanta from the 3-point line, and you know how much they like to get threes up.
Atlanta. Gray goes down. Good patience by Howard.
Atlanta is very often in game one, and credit to Fever for their level of aggressiveness.
Indiana up 11, their largest lead of the series. They led by 9 in the first quarter in game one. Gray, good job to take the rebound away from Sims. Boy, they're being physical everywhere. Howard challenging Reiner. Nope, she gets it out to Sims. Good look, but she missed it.
But look at Howard chasing down the rebound.
Oh, big time collision, and it's a foul on Indiana and Aaliyah Boston. Atlanta has only scored 5 points in this quarter. They're still looking for their first 3. Ryan Howard working on Hull, who also has 2 fouls. And there's the travel call.
And Hull's been able to stay in the game despite those and taking on a big assignment against Ryan Howard.
Boston with the 2 fouls. Hillman coming over to try to help, but reached. Indiana up by 11. Boston lost her dribble momentarily. Sims just holding on to the ball. A little bit with the good defense. Boston for 3. Front rims it. Lexi Hull, the energizer. They are going after hunting the basketball, which Coach White didn't think they did a great job of in game one. Shot clock winding down again. Mitchell wide right.
Tap the rim. That's what they did so well. Picking up pace in game one, and good finish there by Naz Hillman.
Hillman a little bit fired up after getting called about not shooting well here in this second quarter. Alcal takes it away. And then the pass to Bree Jones, broken up momentarily, but it's Hillman.
Atlanta showing some defensive end headed into the half.
Back-to-back buckets for Hillman, who always brings the energy. 11 points in this quarter. Beautiful pass from Canada.
And good cut against ball pressure. Indiana's been denying on the perimeter throughout this game.
It's the second field goal for Ryan Howard. Boston bottled up, but found Timpson. Another good pass from Boston. Great pass.
Continued to move. She did not give up. And gave Aaliyah Boston an option.
Bree Jones.
A little bit more attention to detail, though we let Gray get free right there at the end. We got to maintain our defensive energy, and we got to stop killing ourselves.
Win this playoff game and decided all Thursday in Atlanta. Atlanta was down by as many as 11 points in that second quarter. And that's on Lex to the WNBA before you foul out. Hillman taking it right to Boston as the shot clock expired.
Three. She said, we have to find ways to mix it up. We have too much of a balanced approach of getting it on the inside, as Kelsey Mitchell does it again from outside. But she said we have to continue to mix it up. She was not thrilled with how Ryan Howard, as well as Alicia Gray, complained about the whistle going to the rim. And we just saw Ryan Howard finish at the rim.
Of urgency from Atlanta that we saw in game one, Angel. But I agree in terms of the balance of their offense. It won't just be from 3, even though that's a big part of what they do.
It's just been brilliant all season long. Gets the pass to Howard and a foul call against the Dream.
And on that switch,
Sims trying to get it into Boston, who was held. Mitchell passed up the shot, and then Natasha Howard missed in the paint. Gray on the drive, hits it.
Alicia Gray had a tough first half, just with all the physicality. She hit the ground several times, just did not really look like herself, but hopefully that basket gets her settled in.
And the challenge Won by Boston.
Yeah, she is making her own way to the bucket.
And then on the other end, good defense on Bree Jones. Hillman left open, however.
Yeah, that's the right idea. If the double is going to come.
Boston calling for it. Yeah, Boston wants to take things over right now. No foul call. Gray, her eyes on the ring. Hillman kept it alive momentarily. Sims, is she going to challenge Bree Jones? She does. It goes in and out.
Scrappy Jordan, Canada.
Pardon me, yes, they did call a foul. Originally was not called a foul, and Eric Bruton got it on the backside. Gray comes away with it. Howard bounce pass perfectly to Hillman. He finishes.
Really good vision and good movement by Naz Hillman that we just talked about, how active she is on both ends of the floor. And took away that shot from the top of Howard on this end.
Yeah, there's so many things for this team. Odyssey Sims, high off the glass. Mitchell. Boston decided not to pull the trigger. Mitchell the better option. Kept alive by Aerial Powers, who takes it right to Hillman and misses.
How did Powers get that rebound? How did she get it again? 3 Atlanta Dream players there, and that might be another foul on Naz Hillman.
To get these hustle plays.
That is such an Aerial Powers thing to do. To get the crowd pumped up. Tell them they're not doing enough.
Boston, fadeaway against Jones. Nia Coffey just in for Hillman gets the rebound. Another great crowd here tonight. Only Golden State averaged more home attendance than Indiana this year. Jones bottled up. Wow. 6 shots and have hit only 2 of 10 in this quarter.
This game has been a battle. No pretty offense, nothing easy. This has just been a tough it out kind of contest.
Mitchell misses from the corner. Fever now missed 7 in a row. Bree Jones over to Coffey, slices in. Boston cleans up. Inside and corner for Mitchell.
Good ball movement and good decision making out of a bit of a crowd.
Gets the lead back up to 5. And a foul on the other side of the floor. And Powers picks up her second. Jones in Boston. Passes it out. Coffey with the shot clock dying.
On the bench, Nia Coffey in for her. She's got to take advantage of those opportunities as the defense is reacting to Bree Jones, and Aaliyah Boston is cooking a little bit.
And that breaks a streak of 7 straight missed shots for the Fever. Still waiting for Alicia Gray to get going. She started by Petty, takes it right to the basket and misses. It's ahead for Mitchell, who beats Howard. Kelsey Mitchell in transition. Atlanta takes the timeout. Indiana has to win to force game 3 on Thursday. Alicia Gray being guarded by Shea Petty. And another foul on Powers.
That's off our main shots, though. My God, those balls, we gotta have them. It is life and death. Get that here.
What a coaching job by Stephanie White. I mean, injury on this roster. This team could have given up a long time ago. And they made the playoffs. If there was a coach of the year making the playoffs, Stephanie White would win it. There's just been other coaches like Charles Finesco and obviously Natalie McCaffey also done an outstanding job.
And one reason why Stephanie White says that they have hung together is because of Kelsey Mitchell. The leadership, the grittiness she has shown.
I mean, that was just, again, keeping her dribble alive long enough for the defense to retreat.
Just a single digits again. BG's in, and she lost it. Natasha Howard somehow found Brianna Turner, who couldn't fit it. Had that gone in.
They're only down 11, and they played probably the worst possession, and keeping this crowd out of it. They have got to get stopped to keep this crowd out of the game.
BG goes 1 out of 2 on that trip. Tasha Howard working on Caldwell. And Brittany Griner at 6'9", able to bat the ball away. Powers, yeah, she might have double dribbled there. That's what Atlanta wanted the call to be. But the ball goes over to the Dream. There she is. And a great finish with the challenge from Turner.
Yeah, gets to the strong side and just beats the defense to the rim.
Mitchell bounce pass, and Tasha Howard, and it rolls in.
Howard has had 3 championships, and she's playing like it.
Griner with that, you just can't defend that fadeaway on the baseline.
What are you going to...
Ryan Howard guarding Kelsey Mitchell on the other side of the floor. And there's another whistle.